So here's the big red flag that makes it obvious why breast cancer is a choice. So the military has a health database, which is one of the most looked at health databases in the world. It's highly respected because there's a massive population of military troops whose health is tracked, and that data then gives you some level of population data, right? Some trends that you can see. In the last 2 years, there's been a 478% increase in breast cancer in service women.
Whoa.
That's never happened before. Never, ever, 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 ever. Service people are one of the first that were forced to take something.
They're forced to take
Right?
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
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 So you have this almost 500% increase in 2 years. For the first time ever, the American average death age, like the age of what, so I think it used to be 78, dropped by 3 years.
Mm.
So the expected life expectancy, right? If it dropped by a couple months, it used to be a massive red flag, like what just happened? It dropped by 3 years and nobody's talking about it. And it's not because people are dying younger, it's because young people are dying. And it's skewing the data. It's pulling the data way back. So what we're seeing is this massive proliferation in cancer, and there's two things. There's what we call literally turbo cancers. That's the new term that's being used. The cancer is two things: inflammation or lack of immunity. You constantly always have cancer in your body, and your immune system is always getting rid of it for you. If you push your inflammation to a level that your body no longer can cope, there's too much to fight, and it gets manifested into a chronic disease. If you push your immune system so down that you don't have enough vigor to fight with, then it's going to also turn into a chronic disease. These are the two things you need to look at. So for women that make estrogens, some make a lot more. They're estrogen dominant, right? And so they have more fuel to make what we call 4 or 16 hydroxyestrogen. These are toxic byproducts. What you want to make is 2. That's a good clean stuff, but 4 and 16 are toxic. And a lot of women do that. So you now have too much estrogen, you're making a toxic version, and then we go back to those same detox profiles of glutathione, methylation. The same stuff we talked about apply here also. You may not be detoxifying it so well. Now, every month you're making this up. Fast forward to today's context. So why wasn't breast cancer such a big deal earlier? Because we already said that our DNA hasn't changed for 250,000 years. We're the same genetic structure. Why now? Well, now the makeup that has all the phthalates and forever chemicals that are hormone mimics as they enter your body, which your body treats as more estrogen, creating more estrogen toxicity. The water that has, kind of chemicals and heavy metals and all these things in it, which is again mimicking hormones. The pesticides in your lawn as you inhale mimic hormones. The mattress you sleep on, the dry cleaning chemicals, all of this stuff. Since the 1970s, there's 144,000 chemicals that have been introduced into humanity.
Yeah.
We didn't have to deal with that before. It's in our food, in our grass, in our clothing, it's in our kids' diapers, it's everywhere, right? So
I just
if
saw you
that,
talk about Lululemon and how they have these fluoride chemicals, and it's like
yeah,
right in the crotch of women. I'm just thinking, oh my
right,
God.
and there's this padding that's in the crotch, and they use forever chemicals in that location, fluorine, which is literally toxic poison in a location, the vaginal cavity, which is highly absorbent of anything that comes into it, directly into the bloodstream. So it's literally poisoning people. It's literally poison.